I was doing summer children's programming at the Hudson River Park Conservancy. Shh, don't tell them. I was also stripping at the Pussycat Lounge because they didn't pay me enough.
When I first moved to New York, I had jobs in a variety of places.
I was a house painter. I worked for Lambda Legal Defense and Education Fund.
I cleaned toilets. I cleaned toilets at the drama bookshop.
I worked at a movie theater, a Dunkin' Donuts. I worked at a Renaissance festival this summer.
Served papers for a while for about $3 an hour.
I was an expense analyst in a Wall Street brokerage firm.
I went through the yellow pages to every donut shop in New York City because I was an expert donut maker. But that was a real rude awakening because the donut shops in New York City are family run, and they thought I was like, who are you? You can't, this is a Greek family, goes back, you know, generations making donuts, who are you?
Bartending is the only thing that fits with my schedule. It is the only job I could possibly have other than maybe being a nanny.
I tempted just about every single office in Manhattan, and there's quite a lot of them, and some in Brooklyn.
I spent my time at my temp job doing the bare minimum work required of me, and then spending every other minute sneakily like working on my acting career or comedy career.
He didn't always have the job where it was flexible.
It's true. I spent years
juggling and like getting to work by the time I would go to ballet class. And I was like, damn, because you had to ride your bike further than I had to ride my bike. That was when he's a librarian at FIT.
This company wouldn't survive if the long-term members didn't have other jobs that they could come and go from. A lot of actors crap out of this business because they can't, accommodate a schedule where you're on tour and then you're rehearsing and then you have 2 months off and you have to go find another job.
I kind of had a few office jobs that were kind of good, but I wasn't happy and I wasn't dancing and I had to be there at 8 in the morning and I had to leave sometimes at 7.
It's difficult, it's a struggle, because either you're gonna work and your art's gonna be, relegated to off hours, or you're gonna really dive in and make your art your priority, and you may suffer in other ways, so in financial ways, in health benefit ways, and living ways.
I don't think that bartending necessarily interferes with my artistic side of things. A lot of times it can be a release or a place to get away from that, which can be needed. And it also shows me a lot of things that I would never see.
I've enjoyed working in the service industry. It gives me stuff to write about. It kind of feels like a sort of, the character of being an actor is one who waits tables and grumbles about their job and is trying to learn about people and do this art thing too.
Like sometimes I'll go to a restaurant and someone my age will come up and take my order and I'll go, man, that's so close, that could have been me. Whoa, that could have been me, man. But it just wasn't. And I feel that I was really, one day, I was about 36, I was walking to work on West 4th Street. I was going to Charlie and Kelly's to do cooking. That's 36. I'm like, uh-oh.
I think artists who have another job need to envision leaving the job. If artists only think that this is the only bread and butter that's gonna keep them stable, it's gonna be bad for them. They're gonna get stuck. It's gonna become something that stifles their creativity, and you lose a lot of energy in the give back.
I had to come to a point where I made a decision that the job was killing me. The job was sidelining me from the real reason that I moved to New York, and that I would just have to be a little more broke to focus on what I needed to focus on.
If you're an artist, be an artist. I'm not going to tell you how to balance both, because I don't believe you should. If you honestly feel that you have talent and that you have something to give and that this is your calling, and that's a real question to ask yourself, is this really my calling? If you think it's really your calling, you need to quit your day job immediately. You need to not know how you're going to pay your rent. You need to not know how you're gonna buy food for your kid. If you have a kid, you need to just not do any of that. You just need to do your art and it will work out. I strongly believe that.